All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my last reaction for the day, and it might be a bit of a fast one, so I hope you all are ready. Strap in, because it's time to get started. Let's go. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reaction and review. In the last chapter, we had Yuji pretty much working them Sukuna ribs as best way he knows how, and it pretty much culminated with Sukuna resorting to using his own domain expansion, which not only changed in its overall shape and structure, but also it changed in how far he could push it, in which he started destroying an entire city around him. And in the process, while Yuji is being beset by this domain expansion and defending himself, Sukuna then uses the same trick, the same technique he used to defeat Jogo, and goes Fuga. And it was, what was it, Divine Flame? I think it was Divine Flame, he called it. And he was preparing to hit Yuji with that same flame once again. So let's get started with Chapter 259, Inhuman Makyo Shinjuku Showdown, Part 31. And we begin with Choso. The trick to convergence. I'm gonna do oh wait, this is Yuji talking along with Kusakabe and Choso. I'm gonna do replacement training with Kusakabe sensei and Okotsu senpai, but I also need to figure out blood manipulation on my own. And I only got 1 month, so I need a lot of help. Convergence goes sort of like, you know. Are you serious? It feels a lot like when you soak in hot water, and the warmth gradually spreads throughout your body. Imagine extending your blood vessels like that to the contours of your body. That's the basis of, Oh wait, is that Kusakabe? I think this is Kusakabe saying it, and not Choso. No, this is Kamo! It's not Kusakabe, it's Kamo! It feels a lot like when you soak in hot water, and the warmth gradually spreads throughout your body. Imagine extending your blood vessels like that to the contours of your body. That's the basis of blood manipulation. Kinda like peeing your pants? Sure, why not? Convergence is a technique that compresses blood, so you need to become familiar with the feeling of squeezing something large in your hands, like a sponge or rolling up a piece of paper. An aluminum can or clay would also work. Choso, this is how to teach. Supernova. Ask me about Supernova. No, Itadori is learning blood manipulation and doesn't have much time, so he should first learn hemostasis and stitching wounds. Ugh. Because Choso wants to teach him Supernova. But then we cut back to Sukuna. Opening the doors for Divine Flame first requires doing dismantle and then cleave. It has firepower, but the flames aren't fast and the effective range is short. It shows Sukuna manipulating the flames as he's pointing at Yuji, and this is a giant panel. This is just a giant panel with Sukuna in it. To solve those problems, Sukuna entered into a binding vow. Sukuna can't use Divine Flame when he's outnumbered except when his domain is open. Due to this binding vow, he can expand the curse technique of Malevolent Shrine, and all pulverized substances gain explosive cursed energy. Furthermore, Sukuna temporarily altered the barrier specifications, controlled its access to everything except living things, and created a seal within the effective range without lowering Malevolent Shrine's output. And then it cuts to Uruume as they go, "We've won." And then it shows Kinji Akari. Then it shows Yuji. And then it shows the Divine Flame heading towards the ground. The particles that have become thermobaric explosives scatter to every corner of the domain. The heat from Divine Flame causes detonation, instantaneous high pressures, high temperature, shock waves, decompression, and intense pressurization, which in turn kill all living things within the domain. In Shibuya, Ryomen Sukuna used this, his ultimate secret art, to defeat Maharaga in one blow. And it shows Sukuna shooting this flame down to the ground, and it's basically a nuclear explosion that goes off and engulfs the entire city, or at least the entire range where his malevolent shrine has gone. In his fight against Satoru Gojo, he changed the conditions for his barrier technique and continually restricted the effective range, resulting in insufficient firepower, so he had been sealing Divine Flame. And then it cuts to Yuji as he goes, as Yuji hears a voice go, "Yuji. Choso! Why?" Because apparently Choso shielded Yuji from this blast. And then Choso's face starts to crumble and crack. "No. Sorry I wasn't a good teacher. I'm more the instinctive type." And then, because it shows that Choso pretty much gave his life to shield Yuji from the flames and everything that just happened with Sukuna's domain expansion. The instinctive type is an exaggeration. And it cuts to Yuji talking to Choso in the same area where he thought we saw Eso and Kechizu in. "Yuji, you picked up reverse curse technique quickly." "That's because Sukuna used it in my body, not because of talent." "Don't be modest. Little brothers eventually surpass their big brothers." "That doesn't mean the big brother has to disappear." "Yeah, I should apologize to Tsukumo too." "Sorry, Yuji. I'm leaving you alone again." "Is that what you think? You stood by me in the hardest times, and that's enough." "Oh, right." Hold on, give me a sec. Okay. All right. Since this reaction is taking a minute, I'm gonna meet up with the family. I'm gonna meet up with them. I got time. And Choso continues going, "Oh, right." "Big brother, are you there?" "I'm here." "Big brother, I'm cold." "It's all right. Let's talk." "If we talk, you won't notice the cold." 150 years to us was those few days to Yuji. Thank you, Yuji, for being my little brother. Thank you, big brother. As it shows that the shell around Choso has completely dissipated along with Choso himself, as pretty much the entire area where Yuji is in has been engulfed in flames and ruin. And then Yuji's looking around as he's going, guys, I said that I was a cog and that no matter what happened, I would fulfill my role. I'm supposed to get retribution for my big brother who risked his life to protect me. But faced with the scorched earth before my eyes and the receding heat and thin air, I'm starting to waver. And then a foot steps through the smoke and it's Sukuna, who's completely fine, walking towards Yuji. Mind you, his two arms haven't regenerated. Sukuna! And then he looks as another person walks in through the smoke, and it's Aoi Todo! Todo! And then we have someone speaking. To Todo in the past. I understand, Mr. Todo. With my crows and your cursed technique, you want to help the people inside Sukuna's domain to escape. That domain practically means instant death, so there's no guarantee of survival. But it's better than doing nothing. You'll be outside the domain, so you'll have to really spread the effective range of Boogie Woogie. There will likely be 4 or more curse technique targets. Can you do that with your arm like that?
I'm not sure, but I can feel the beat of Boogie Woogie. Don't let Brother Itadori know about this plan.
Do you know why?
Do you know why, Miss May?
Is it because of resonance?
Yeah. Ryomen Sukuna and Yuji Itadori were joined as one. Even though they've been separated, their connection is still strong. I heard the Yasuhachi Bridge assignment was triggered because of resonance between the finger that Itadori had consumed and another finger.
You're saying there's a possibility of Itadori subconsciously leaking the plan to Sukuna, is that right?
Yeah, so deliver a message to also carry out Okotsu's plan right beforehand. And don't reveal the plans to Yuji. Don't reveal the plans to Itadori.
My lips are sealed. I keep my mouth as tight as my purse strings.
Todo's plan with Mei Mei involved accompanying Yuta Okotsu to adjust curse techniques. Todo himself didn't know whether his allies were safe, since he couldn't sense Itadori and Choso in the heart of the domain. Now there's no time to tell those things to Yuji Itadori, because... And then Todo, and we cut back to the present where Todo goes, I'm sorry, my brother, but...
Todo!
It'll be alright!
And as Todo says this, Yuji looks, and he goes, so it's going to be alright? I gotta believe him. That's all I can do for now. Because Ryomen Sukuna's domain just ended, so it's difficult for him to use curse techniques. And that is where we are at. Yuji is preparing to face off against Sukuna with the help of Aoi Todo. So what we have here is first, and that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of the chapter. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. So what we have here is Sukuna using the most powerful version of Divine Flame, where he basically just nuked an entire city in the hopes of killing everyone, with so far the only person seemingly being unscathed from this is Yuji and apparently Aoi Todo. Choso's gone. He gave his life to shield Yuji. And he died. And now we have Yuji, who's standing in front of Sukuna, who's just walking through like he didn't just nuke an entire city with a flame and just blow the entire place up with nothing but just ruins all around, burnt air, thin air, searing heat. And now we have Aoi Todo, who's going to be working with Yuji in order to bring down Sukuna, who, after using his domain, can't use curse techniques right now, despite how strong he is. So that's the situation we're in for. I would say some extra stuff, but I am already incredibly late. In order to meet up with my family. I gotta take the dogs out, and then I gotta drive, and then I gotta go meet up with them because they're leaving ahead of me because of these reactions. But now we have Yuji, who's heavily damaged. Like, we don't even see his eye. I think his eye got ripped up. I think his whole eye got ripped up, but if he uses reverse curse technique, I think he should be fine. I wonder how Maki and Ino are doing. They were in the domain too. That's the thing. We only see Yuji and Aoi Todo coming out of there. But now the question is everyone else okay? Because this Divine Flame nuke attack, the ultimate secret technique of Sukuna, we still don't know what his innate technique actually is, but this ultimate technique from Sukuna went off, and now we only have Yuji and Aoi Todo facing down Sukuna now. So now the question is, this may be a really hot take, but I'm not too hyped for Todo. It's not like I dislike him, it's just that I'm indifferent about him. I mean, we haven't seen Aoi Todo in a long time, and we're not going on break from this chapter either. We haven't seen Todo in a long time, so, you know, he's here now. But we're going to have to see what Toto's going to do, considering that, I mean, his ability to use Boogie Woogie, I wouldn't say is hampered, but with him not having an actual hand, it would make it tricky a little bit. So we're just going to have to see. But while I would say more, I'm already late, and I got to meet up with my family. I got to take the dogs out, make sure they're good, and then drive to meet up with them. You've been a wonderful audience. This reaction is going to probably be the shortest I've ever done Jujutsu in a long time, but you've been a wonderful audience. I can't wait to entertain you guys tomorrow with some more reactions to Cowboy Bebop, and then Tuesday as I conclude my Final Fantasy VII Rebirth series. So all in all, anyways, you get going, do the things you need to do, take care, and have a good time. See you next time. Thanks, Halster. Thanks, everyone. You've been a wonderful audience. All I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.